What is up, guys? Caterpie TCG here today with a deck profile of what I think is one of the best decks for the Worlds format. Possibly the best new deck. But this is Zoroark Magcargo Control, similar to that of Tord's second place Internationals deck. Not that similar, but it has a certain likeness to it. Similar playing style, I guess. If you want to call it. But basically, the main card in this deck is Zoroark GX with the ability Trade, where you discard a card and draw 2, and the attack Rite of Speeding, which does 20 times the number of Pokemon in play. Typically, you're doing 100 to 120 damage a turn, sometimes less, but that's the number you want to shoot for. 3 Tapu Lele GX, super awesome for getting out Brigette quickly. Just pretty awesome card. 2 Oranguru, which seems wrong to me. Like, when I say 2 Oranguru, that just seems awful. But the idea is 1 can be prized, and you need it horribly. And that's awful. And that happens enough that I feel like 2 can be worth it. You can also take out the Oranguru for either a second Magcargo or a 4th Lele. I think either of those 2 options are also good. 1 Mew EX as a tech for Buzzle. Buzzle is definitely going to be popular for Worlds format. I think the meta actually makes Buzzle a little bit better. While Zoroark is adapting to it more, Malamar is not going to be a thing. And Buzzle gets a lot of better matchups. And yeah, I just feel like Buzzle, Lycanroc, is going to be a little bit better in this format. Mew can shine. And then we have a 2-1 Magcargo line. This does not seem to be the popular thing. I think it's actually really nice. Because I've seen mostly 1-1 and 2-1 line, or 2-2 lines. 2-2 lines, you never get out a second Magcargo. And 1-1 lines, you don't even always get the first Magcargo. So I feel like a 2-1 line is the best way to go. Sure, your Magcargo can be prized. That's a problem. It's not that vital. It's not as vital as the Oranguru, in my opinion. Which even the second Oranguru is not necessary. So I feel like the second Slugma or Magcargo is not necessary. I do believe that the 2 Slugmas are necessary, but not Magcargo. What Slugma does is basically same as Corner, but does 10 damage, which isn't bad. And Magcargo's ability is that you can look at your deck and put a card on top. And then you get to trade for it later. So, super, super good. 3 Brigette, 3 N, 3 Guzma. All really good supporters in Zoroark. Pretty standard support count. 1 Cynthia, 1 Grunt, 1 Delinquent, 1 Acerola. Save Cynthia, these are all pretty good disruption-y supporters. Cynthia is just a draw supporter. I think that these are all very good cards in this deck and definitely need to be played. 2 Parallel, 1 Reverse Valley. I love the stadium count. 2 Parallel is awesome. You can get it out and then have it again and then be able to puzzle for it later and the Oranguru for it later. And the Reverse Valley is more for things like Greninja and Buzzle. Just pain in the ass 130 HP things. 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Puzzle, pretty standard for Zoroark deck. 3 E-Hammer, which I love. You could also take out the Oranguru for a 4th Enhanced Hammer. Perfectly fine in my opinion. I love Enhanced Hammer in this deck. Super, super good card in the Zoroark deck, against Zoroark decks. So I really feel like 3 Enhanced Hammer is really good. I'd say you can't play less than 2 in this deck. I'd say 2 to 3 is the perfect number, but I haven't tried 4 yet, so I am notorious for testing 4 Enhanced Hammers in, like, everything. Like, for a long time, I played 4 Enhanced Hammer Greninja, and it was broken. 3 Field Blower. 3 Field Blower is just to counter Garbodor. You never want to go up against Garbodor, but if you do, you're armed with Field Blower, so you don't lose. 2 Evosoda, just to evolve your Pokemon. That's a pretty simple card. 2 Max Potion. Max Potion is awesome because it allows you to heal your stuff. And that's really all that it does, but healing is good. 2 Weakness Policy. Pretty good against Buzzle because most Buzzle don't play Field Blower. Some play 1 Field Blower, which is still not enough. So Weakness Policy is awesome. One move that you can do that actually works a lot is, and I think this might be just because Buzzle is seen as the best deck, so, a lot of players that aren't very good will play Buzzle, but you can, like, attach a random tool to something in a spot where it seems like it will be useful, and then basically bait them into playing Field Blower like that, which actually, some reason happens a lot. They waste their one of Field Blower that's supposed to be like a super spicy surprise tech on like a choice band that they'll just get back the next turn, which is stupid. So sometimes you can bait them, but don't always just like willy-nilly attach your tools so they bait your stuff, but like, yeah. 1 Counter Catcher. 2 is maybe optimal, but this is more of a consistency-based deck, so 1 is good for now. Basically, it allows you to switch your Pokemon, and you get to play a supporter, which is nice. And then 1 Rescue Shelter just to get your Pokemon back, especially with the 1 Magcargo, can be pretty important. For DCE, it's just DCE. That's the only energies. You're really only attacking with Zoroark, and Oranguru, so. And Mew EX, but I feel like that doesn't need to be said. But yeah, hope you enjoy the deck profile. I don't know that I've said this in this video. I'm sure I have multiple times, but this is made to be not so much a very optimal deck, and more of a consistency-based deck, on making the deck work to test against, but not to make it, like, the best that it can be. More of a testing guideline and less of an optimal list. But yeah, leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more deck profiles and Pokemon TCG content. Bye-bye.